Is this collection any different from the previous? I would have to say it's an extension from what we've created in the past. The true provenance of what we do is that we're always looking at the essentials and we're always looking at our archives. And that stems from really trying to execute of what good design means to us, because that's what inspired us. It's really being mindful of those who are working with us. It's being mindful of the execution and the delivery of the garments and how they're made, and just making sure that we're constantly excelling and doing better than what we've done in the past. The idea is to not sway too away from what our truth is, and really focusing on everyday basics and the essentials and executing it in a way where it's constantly exceptional, and making sure that it's always tastefully done. The reason of having a sustainable business and why it's so important to us is what it comes down to, it's mindfulness and consideration. I think if you have those two values within your business, you really are cognizant of focusing on the people that you're working with, the raw materials that you're working with, and also just the consumers that are eventually investing in the pieces that are within your label. Our relationship with mohair actually began around about 2.5 to 3 years ago with the South African Mohair Cluster, and what they've done with SA Fashion Week with this remarkable competition has really been incredible, because it's helped to yield myself and the other two selected designers and really informed us a lot more about what mohair is and how it's a industry that's far beyond than just the yarns themselves, but also really harnessing communities and as well as mohair farming. Our studio is based in Cape Town, which has been such a great advantage for us. There's such a strong, rich history of manufacturing within the whole Cape Town space, and being part of that space and also being part of that community has really helped shape the business to where it is today, because of the ingenuity and as well as the experience that so many of the tailors and the seamstresses and the pattern makers have, because of the long line of history of clothing and manufacturing within Cape Town. What are the challenges of building a responsible business in fashion? I would have to say finding the right partnerships and the right people, because I believe if you have a good community and cabinet of collaborators and as well as a team, essentially, that's the only way that one is able to reach their full potential. And reaching their full potential is actually having a sustainable business and having something that's really strong and steady. So I would have to say that is the biggest challenge, finding the right key people that are your allies. What is it about fashion that excites me? I would have to say just the constant change that's inevitable. I think it's exactly that notion that just keeps you going, and it keeps the momentum just constantly at a high.